Welcome back. Well, intense and erratic wildfires have their grip on parts of California for another day. They've been fueled by powerful winds, at times as strong as a hurricane. New fires also sprang up overnight. You can see homes being consumed by those flames. And take a look at this, another house being destroyed. Well, as heartbreaking as those scenes are, it's pretty incredible that we haven't heard any loss of life. So it is another very dangerous day for many, though, in California. CNN's Omar Jimenez is in San Bernardino in the southern part of that state. Omar, good to have you with us. As I said, it is pretty amazing that we haven't had any loss of life, but more homes are certainly being destroyed by these flames and more fires breaking out overnight.
That's right, Linda. And when you talk about the miraculous fact that there is no loss of life, you look no further than a home like this behind me that was absolutely destroyed. And you wonder how someone could have made it out like this. And this is something that came in the middle of the night. And we actually are with the owner of this home who made it out with his entire family, Matthew Valdivia. So, Matthew, what was it like and how did you get out when this fire was coming through?
You know what, it was, I smelled smoke pretty intensely, and we've been having a couple fires around the area, so I just wanted to make sure, went to my front window, looked, didn't see a fire, then I came back into my room and looked out. Sure enough, there was a big glow in the back, and flames, and I woke up my wife. I said, hey, you need to get up, we need to get the kids and get whatever documents that we have, get them going. I'm gonna go across the street and start knocking on these neighbors' doors and let them know that there's a fire coming.
And as you look at what your house has become, you told me this was your first home.
My first home, yeah.
You obviously grabbed what you could, yeah, but there were also a lot of things that you couldn't grab.
Baby pictures, man. I had my kids' baby pictures in a laptop and destroyed.
And one thing that, when this happened, you were able to make it out with your family, and then you assumed maybe your home would have gotten some damage,
yeah.
But walk me through your reaction when you walked up to your home for the first time and saw it like this.
My heart broke, man. I mean, we have good memories in this house. I mean, it's only been here a year, but good memories, and to see it demolished and charred up the way it is heartbreaking, man. It's heartbreaking, and if the kids come back and see it, they're just gonna be shocked, so it's hard. It's hard. Definitely is hard.
And what do you tell the kids?
I just, explain to them that playing with fire, any kind of fire whatsoever, is really dangerous, and things like this happen. But you know what? Everybody was safe. No lives were lost. That's all that matters.
Matthew, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much.
There are a lot of people that, don't heed those warnings. You were one of them who did heed them, and you can see why it paid off in the long run on that front. Now, for the Hillside Fire and the others that we have seen throughout this region, firefighters are continuing to battle them, but one of the complicating factors has been the wind over the course of this week, and it has basically popped up different spots all across Southern California, this one being among the latest, and it's a situation crews are still trying to get under control, Linda.
Omar Jimenez, good to have you there with us. Good to hear from Matthew. I'm glad his family is safe despite the loss of his home. Thanks so much. Well, the terror group ISIS has announced its new leader. It is acknowledging for the first time its former leader was killed in a raid in Syria last week. ISIS says Abu Ibrahim al-Hashimi al-Qurashi is the newest leader, replacing Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. The US says special forces killed the former ISIS leader in a daring 2-hour raid on Saturday and confirmed Baghdadi's death with DNA evidence. Well, it comes as the US releases declassified video of that daring raid that led to his death. Barbara Starr reports.
The top U.S. commander, General Kenneth McKenzie, briefing reporters at the Pentagon about the mission to get Baghdadi. Right off the top, it should be noted that General McKenzie said he could not confirm President Trump's details that Baghdadi died whimpering and crying. In fact, General McKenzie suggested that Baghdadi had at some point attempted to fire his weapon. He showed 3 sets of videos. The first video was U.S. forces on helicopters approaching the compound when they came under fire from the ground. Forces on board those helicopters returned fire and eliminated that threat. They don't actually think it was ISIS forces protecting Baghdadi, that it was simply other militants in the area. The second video then, if you can look and see the dark figures approaching, those are U.S. Special Forces approaching Baghdadi's compound. They, of course, found him in a tunnel. He detonated a suicide vest, killing himself and 2 children. They had thought it was 3. Now they know there were 2 children there. The tunnel then collapses, fills with water, and 2 U.S. troops and a military working dog are injured with electrocution injuries because there were wires in that water. Very dangerous business. All 3, including the dog, have returned to duty. The final video that they showed, of course, was U.S. warplanes rolling in and bombing the compound. General McKenzie said they really wanted to obliterate it. They didn't want it to become a shrine. They wanted it just to become another piece of ground.
Well, that was our Barbara Starr reporting. There's still to come after weeks of protests. Political change could be coming to Iraq. The Prime Minister on his way out. Ahead, we'll look at what happens next. And tragedy on a train in Pakistan. Dozens are dead or injured. What happens now?